why you're not getting referrals. And it's not because you're bad at marketing. Let me start with saying something that might feel like relief. If you are struggling to get referrals right now, it's not because you're bad at marketing. It's not because you didn't post enough. It's not because your logo isn't polished. It's not because you didn't bring donuts to the office. It's because referral energy has changed. And most providers are still operating on old logic. I want you to picture something. It's Monday morning. You've got that faint smell of coffee in the air. Your inbox is open. You're refreshing, waiting. There's that quiet, restless hum in your chest. You don't want to admit it, but you're hoping a referral lands because the roster feels light, or you've got a new house to fill, or cash flow is tighter than you'd like. And when nothing comes through, you feel that familiar pressure. So you think, maybe I need to post more. Maybe I need to run ads. Maybe I need to reach out to more coordinators. So you push, you send emails, you introduce yourself again, you follow up, you check in. But if you're honest, it feels slightly awkward, slightly forced. You might be thinking, but if I don't push, nothing happens. And I understand that because for a long time in this sector, hustle worked. The system was expanding. There were more participants than providers. Being available was enough, but we're not in that phase anymore. Support coordinators are overloaded. Allied health teams are overloaded. Families are cautious. Risk tolerance is lower. Here's the uncomfortable truth. They are not looking for more providers. They are looking for less risk. So if you feel like you're working harder for fewer referrals, it's not random. It's structural. And if we fix the structure, referrals feel steady again, not chased. Let's simplify this. Referrals are driven by three things: perceived safety, predictable outcomes, and reduced effort for the referrer. Support coordinators and families are not asking who is the most passionate. They're asking who is the least likely to create more work for me. When you understand that referrals are a risk decision, not a popularity contest, everything changes. Marketing becomes positioning. Positioning becomes clarity. Clarity builds trust, and trust drives referrals. That's the structure. Now let's look at where it breaks down. Here's what's happening quietly. You are saying we are person-centered. So are 10,000 other providers. You are saying we provide high-quality support. So does everyone else. You are saying we have availability. Availability is not a value proposition. It's inventory. And when your messaging is vague, coordinators can't categorize you. If they can't categorize you, they don't remember you. If they don't remember you, you don't get the call. Have you ever recommended someone and it backfired? Maybe a staff mismatch. Maybe documentation wasn't strong. Maybe communication was slow. You remember how that feels, that tightness in your chest, that awkward phone call. Support coordinators feel that too. So what do? They stick with the safest option, even if that provider isn't perfect, even if they're slightly more expensive, even if they're full. Predictability beats possibility. And here's the hard part. If your systems are slightly messy, if your documentation needs chasing, if your communication feels inconsistent, even once, that creates doubt. And doubt quietly shuts down referrals. This isn't about being perfect. It's about being steady. When referrals slow down, most providers increase volume of outreach. But the issue usually isn't volume. It's clarity. Let's frame this. Instead of asking, how do I get more referrals? Ask, How do I become easier to refer to? That shift changes everything. First, be specific, not broad, not general disability support, but specialist psychosocial support for adults transitioning from inpatient units, or high intensity support for participants with complex mobility needs. Specificity reduces cognitive load. When a coordinator sees a matching case, your name surfaces. Second, prove reliability quietly. Send no-ask updates, short, structured, and calm. Just letting you know, documentation for this participant is aligned to the next review. That builds memory, not pressure. And third, make your intake frictionless. 48-hour response window, clear onboarding, defined contact person. When working with you feels light, referrals increase. It becomes easier to choose you. And here's what that feels like. The inbox feels calmer. The phone rings from the right people. You stop refreshing. You start selecting. Referrals don't feel hunted. They feel earned. Here's your one move. Pick one support coordinator you already work with. Send a short, structured update. No ask, no vacancy mention, just value. One steady touch point, and then stop and observe. Imagine 12 months from now, you are known for something specific. Your referrals are predictable. You're not chasing. You are choosing. That shift doesn't start with hustle. It starts with clarity. If this made something click, hit subscribe, because we build authority here, not noise.